Arigatou gozaimasu. Today we're going to be talking about a movie called The Secret. It came out in 2007. Just wanted to give my opinion on this movie. This movie, I wish I had watched a lot sooner. Maybe it's fine that I found the movie when I did. I think I probably found it at the perfect time because I think if I had watched it before, like a couple of years ago, I probably wouldn't have. It wouldn't have resonated as much as it did. But one thing that I just wanted to put out there is that everything in that movie is real and it's true. It's wild because like for the longest time, I'd be around like self help circles, and they'd always be like, "Oh well, the secret is nothing, blah blah blah. The secret is, it's just whoop de doop de fairy stuff, And after actually watching The Secret, being a goofball, I just took their word for it, and I didn't watch it myself. But now that I've watched it, and the things that I've gone through over the past couple of years, um, there's been this like thread that's like linked me to like it's like there's been information that's been given to me, and it's like over the course of the last couple of years, there's been like this thread that I've been following, and and the thread kind of like amalgamates. If you want to, the best way for me to summarize the last couple of years that I've been looking into stuff, it'd be that film, The Secret. Um, it's pretty wild because it really is a secret, and it really is not taught anywhere. I think it's kind of sad how oops, it's kind of sad how we're pretty much cut off from our natural nature. Um, we're kind of forced into like an unnatural environment to be around people, to like fight for resources and stuff like that. And it's like I feel like maybe like back in the day resources were a bit more scarce, but these days like there's enough resources for everybody. And it's like, it's interesting because in the movie Bob Proctor, rest in peace. um Bob, I used to watch Bob Proctor a lot. I've been meaning to rewatch some of his stuff because now that I know what I know now, I kind of want to go back and watch his stuff because a lot of what his stuff, like what he says, is like true as well. And it's funny because for the longest time, I didn't believe in The Secret. I didn't think that you could like change things with your mind. You could like manifest things. I didn't believe that for the longest time. But it's funny, like right when I start believing it, things start opening. So many opportunities start opening up in my life, and it's like, oh shit! Like this was the one thing that was holding me back with all this stuff. Because it's like for the longest time I've always tried manifesting stuff, but I never really was able to like for it to materialize. But it's like it's pretty crazy because it's like once you believe that you have something, it's weird because like there's opportunities start opening up and like you get pulled. There's like this pull, you know, and you just get pulled towards um, situations that help you get what you want. One of the things that like I wanted to manifest for the longest time was a Nintendo 64. They're not too hard to find, but I didn't really have, not having like a lot of money, I didn't really have like the money to like spend on it. But it's like I found out it was interesting because there was like this voice that came to me. It was like, it was kind of like, hey, what you want is there. It's at this store right here. And it's like I went and like bam, there it was, and I was like, what the heck? And this was like a new store that opened up. I didn't know about the store till like less than a month ago. Not even. Like I just barely like found out. It was like fairly recently. I didn't know that they had it. But it turns out they take like trade-ins and stuff like that, and they like take books. And so like over the past like week, I've pretty much been going there and like trading in books. I've been going through like all my stuff and just like, getting rid of stuff, and like, it's kind of interesting because it's like one of the things I wanted to manifest this year was going to the UK. And it was interesting because it's like once I believed that I already had it, it was weird because it's like something in my mind clicked, and I was like, oh shit! Like I have all this stuff. Like I have enough stuff to like pay for that trip. Like if I sold it, so it's like, oh, like now I'm on that momentum. The next thing I did, I was like, all right, well, I want to manifest like wealth. And then it's like all of a sudden, um, my friend, he's always done like reselling and stuff like that. But like now I'm like in the Discord that he's in, and it's like where he like resells stuff. And it's kind of wild because it's like this whole accumulation of stuff. It's like when I sell all this stuff, I'm gonna have enough capital to like start reselling like heavily. And so, it's just like a, it's just huge. It's wild how like the dominoes are falling, and for the longest time, everything's kind of been stagnant, you know, and it's very interesting because that kind of, with things being as stagnant as they were, it kind of makes me wonder if I don't know. It kind of makes me think about that idea of like free will versus um, destiny. Because it's weird. Because for the longest time, at least not for the longest time, but like lately, I just felt like I was kind of like being stuck on purpose. Because it's like there was like nothing really going on. It's like it's like things. It's like time was. It's like things were like slowly coming into alignment. It's like I had to wait. I had to like sit there and wait for everything to like, mesh up and like line up. But it's like now's the time to like go, 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 you know? And I don't know. Sometimes I wonder, it's like, I think the rabbit hole goes pretty deep. It's like, was it destiny for me to discover like the secret when I did? Like, I don't believe in coincidences anymore, but it just makes me wonder how deep it goes. There's like certain things that pop up that I'll like do and like figure out. It's just like, what the heck? But yeah, I'm kind of rambling here, but it is pretty insane how quickly your life can change when you believe in this stuff. Um, I Part of me like wants to. One thing that kind of convinced me that this was real was I had like I accidentally manifested something where like I broke my computer, and it's like I was like, oh shit, and I was thinking back and like of all the times I was thinking about my computer, and it's like shit, I broke it, dude. And it's like it's always weird how. So I remember I said this in my previous video. I think it was. It's been a long time since I uploaded, but but in one of my previous videos, I was talking about how I knew somebody who was constantly unlucky. I think that video was, I think we manifest more, which is it's kind of funny. Isn't that ironic? See, this is why I'm kind of glad I'm like doing a YouTube thing here, because this is kind of the thread of like manifestation. So I think I'm gonna do more of these videos because there's one video I want to talk about, which is near death experiences and like reincarnation and stuff like that. But in that video, I was like, I think there might be more to it. I think your brain can actually like impact events around you. And it's like since that video, I didn't find it. I swear to God, these books find me sometimes. like these books find me. I don't find them because it's like the perfect time that these books come into my life. Perfect time I read it. It all makes sense. It connects the dots, and it's just like, what? How? What? Like, what do you mean? But yeah, it's kind of funny. It's funny because it turns out it is real. Just watch The Secret. Everything in The Secret. The one thing they don't really touch on a lot is how to manifest. Because there's a lot of like, apparently there's like a lot of stuff you need to do in order to like be a master manifester. You really have to like do some like inner work. You have to like dig out the weeds of all your false programming, the programming of this damn matrix, this simulation, you know. Um, but yeah, it's a great opportunity though. Gotta be grateful. But yeah, it's just pretty insane. Life is a lot. There's a lot more to life than we're led on to believe, and it's kind of sad that we're not all taught this because there really is enough for everybody, you know. And like one thing that Bob Proctor said, I think I said this already. I think I skipped over it, but one thing that Bob Proctor mentioned was that when you look at the distribution curve of wealth, like like a couple thousand people, like 1% of the people own like 90% of the wealth in the world. And it's like, that's not normal. if you want, like, if things, and like that's stuff that's done on purpose. And you're probably like, oh, Joshua, you're being a conspiracy theorist. And, when you think about it, though, with natural distribution, you'll get a bell curve with natural distribution, like IQ. Um, anywhere you look, there's like a distribution. It's always like a bell curve. No matter where you go. And the only times when it's not a bell curve and when there's like there's a skew towards it. That's my oven. I'm gonna cook me a pot pie. I'm hungry. But anyway, that's there's like a distribution curve, and so yeah, that distribution curve usually it's like in the middle. But for the wealth, it's like heavy on one side, and that's not a coincidence. And yeah, that's one of the things. But I don't know. Hopefully, I don't know. Part of me like hopes that this video changes somebody's mind about The Secret. But I know, like, if you're not ready for your mind to be changed, it just won't change. I feel like if you're already this far in the video, maybe you're on the fence. I'd say give it a try. Just give it a try. It really can change your life, and it's pretty wild. I think there is enough abundance for everybody. I mean, for sure there's enough abundance that like people should not be starving in the year 2024. If we're being honest, like there's enough for everybody. And even in the movie The Secret, they were talking about not everybody wants the same thing. So it's like not everybody wants, like, like me, like I don't want a mansion. Like you might want a mansion, but I don't want a mansion. You just go ahead and manifest the mansion. I just want to chill, like a little apartment or something, like a townhouse. Just chill. I don't want no big sprawling 100-acre freaking place. Maybe like a ranch in like Montana or something. I don't know, so I could like go to every now and then, go into nature. But everything is there already, and if someone else can have it, why can't you have it? And that's part of the issue too with manifestation. You got to remove all those barriers that keep you from thinking you can have it. And it's pretty wild. It's pretty insane. But anyway, that's my thoughts on The Secret. Went on for like 13 minutes. Oy, oy, oy. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I'll probably do some more videos because yeah, it's funny. I'm just gonna start doing more of these because unfortunately I know Yami, she hasn't been we haven't been able to do podcasts, and I feel like things are moving too quick for me to wait to do a podcast, to like do like these like kind of like memory dumps, I guess. Share all my experiences, because I know there's a lot of people that are interested in like what I'm going through and like want to know a bit more about life and like stuff that I'm looking into. So yeah. So if you're interested, definitely watch that The Secret. Link is in the description. 10 out of 10 recommend. I'm gonna watch that movie. I'm gonna watch it quite often, because that kind of like it condenses, like I was saying earlier, it condenses everything into like one 1 hour 30-minute video. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy to think about. And one of the things too is like, one of the things I wish I asked myself when I first like was going into this stuff was, why would they lie? It's like, why would these people lie about something like this? Like, who benefits from them lying about this? If anything, they, it's kind of like whistleblowers. There's even someone else. She's not in the movie, but the contest queen. She manifested like all these wins for her contest. She was in a hospital, and there was surgery being done to her. All the surgeons and the nurses, they asked her like, "Hey, you didn't bleed at all during the surgery. How did you do it?" And she goes, "Oh, I told myself not to bleed." And then they just blew her off. And it's like, why would she lie about that? Like it's like a lot of times in life we're given the answer and we just blow it off. So it's just kind of like, it's one of those things. It is what it is. With that knowledge, I try to be like, okay, like I try to not to blow things off. Now that I have that awareness. But anyway, all right, I'm done rambling. All right, adios. Bye. I'll see you next time. Adios. Bye.